Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a collection update video with me, Jonathan, also known as Trekflix. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you want to know what I do, I am I'm a movie collector. Um, I like to review movies as well, even though I'm not very good at it just yet. Um, and yeah, there's a few other things. There's some driving videos. I live in a very beautiful part of the world with called the Lake District. So I do some driving videos documenting some of the areas of the area. So if you'd like to, so if you want, if you'd like to stick around for the channel, I have got other videos. Go out and go and check those out. I have got some driving videos. I've got some reviews up. I've got collection update videos there as well, just to add to the ever-growing collection that I have. So, like I said, this is a collection update video. So let's go into this. But before I do, I'd just like to say thank you to those people who have, since I uploaded my Birds of Prey video, I'd like to thank those people who have commented on that video for sharing your thoughts. It really does mean a lot. I'd like to grow the channel I'd like to grow the channel and build up a little community of people that are interested in similar things than I am, in similar things that that I'm doing. um so, yes, thank you very much. So since then, obviously, as you can tell, things have not much has changed. Only thing that has done is the mop. The mop has gone. I've just been out to get it cut, which is why I've got this update video going on. So without further ado, guys, let's just go into these. Now, first up, I've actually bought a CD. I've actually bought the CD because I not only do I not only am I a movie collector, but I'm always on the lookout for like new music as well to add to my music collection. It's not huge. It's nowhere near as big. Say nowhere near. My movie collection is a nice sizable one. It doesn't look like much when you see the area that it covers, but it is quite a decent size. It is quite a decent size collection. But my music is very slowly grown, because I'm very restricted to the amount of space that I have in my room back at the hotel. I've got some of my stuff. Some of my music is in storage here at my mum and dad's. But anyway, so the CD that I've bought today is Halloween, and it is Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1. Now, not very familiar with these not very familiar with these guys. I don't know what I was going to say there. I don't know what I was going to say. I do know of them, but I haven't listened to any of their music apart from maybe one song that I have on a sample CD that you get from a music magazine, the likes of like Metal Hammer and Q magazine, NME, all them kind of things, Kerrang or whatever else have you. So I've got one, and it's pretty decent. So I thought I might as well pick one up, and I picked this up for $7.99. So I'm pleased to have that one. I was going to put it on in the car, but I kind of forgot about it, so I just really settled with Meatloaf. I'm a big Meatloaf fan. I've got to say it. There's, there's no shame in admitting to being a fan of Meatloaf. There really isn't. Had a good sing along as well. Everything louder than everything else. Great tune. Right. Okay. So getting onto the Blu-rays, which is what we're here for. And first up, we have. Oh, look. I'm not doing these in any real order, but I want to cover this one first because I've got fond memories of this one. Sorry about the camera shake, everyone. I haven't got my my normal. I don't have my normal camera and tripod set up with me this week. So first up, we've got the movie Horror Express, which is the Arrow edition of the Hammer Horror Classic, starring Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, the regulars of the Hammer Horror series. That's the word I was looking for. Like I said, I've got really fond memories of this. I remember watching this on BBC One many moons ago, at a time when I wasn't allowed to watch movies like this. My mum and dad were off on their night shift at work at Sellafield, and every Friday night the BBC used to put on a late night movie, which was roughly between sort of like 11:30 and midnight, and this was on one of those nights, and I didn't know it was on. I just sort of put it on, and it came with Horror Express, and I thought, oh, what's this? Sounds interesting. So I thought I'll watch it, and I'll record it as well. So this was in the days of recordable VHS, which I'm sure there'll be a few people that are watching this thinking, what on earth is a recordable VHS? Well, we used to record stuff on a cassette back in the day, and there was recordable cassette players like there used to be recordable DVD players. Um, back in the early 2000s. Hang on, sorry. Readjust. My hand's actually getting quite numb here. I might have to switch up at some point. But anyway, yeah. And this came on, and of course, I didn't really think about it, so I started watching it, and then I thought, right, I'm going to go to bed, because I wanted to be up early in the morning. I was going out on a bike ride with a friend of mine. And so I thought, I'll pick it up the day after. So Sunday came. I was asked if I wanted to go out for a walk, and I said no, I've recorded something on the TV, I want to finish that off. And they said, oh, right, okay, no problem, you've got the house to yourself, that sort of thing. My brother was at university at this point, so I put it on, and then it got to a certain point in the movie where it was starting to get very interesting, and then the thing cut out, and I was like, what's going on here? And then it started rewinding the VHS. I was like, oh no, really? I didn't check to see how much room was left on the tape. Anyway, I never saw it again. I never saw the movie. I never saw the movie again. It didn't rear its way back onto TV at all after that, and I was absolutely devastated, because it was at that point where it was it was it was at that point where it was coming to its big conclusion, and I was just absolutely gobsmacked. I could not believe it. But anyway, I'm so pleased that I've got this now, because it was one of those movies where it just held something. It just had a little tiny piece in my heart, a little tiny piece right there. I thought, I've got to find that movie again. I need to get it finished. So I'm so pleased that I've got this now, especially on the Arrow edition, especially as an Arrow edition. It looks like it's one of the older. It looks like it's one of the older ones, actually. But anyway, yeah, so pleased to have this. I really am. I really am so pleased to have it. So that's Horror Express. Actually, I didn't tell you about the story of it, did I? The story of the movie is basically something has been excavated at the start of the film, and it's been transported from one place to another, and it defrosts. It's kind of like kind of like a variant on The Thing, the John Carpenter's The Thing, I should really say. It's from 1984. Oh, I didn't realise it was. I didn't realise it was. This was an 80s film. I thought it was from the 70s. Wow. Anyway, okay, yeah. So basically, so it's sort of in the sort of like same style as John Carpenter's The Thing, but it's set on a train more or less. But it's like I say, this creature's been transported and it kind of wakes up, but it's got this ability to transfer from one being to another, which is what made it so interesting. So you didn't know. I mean, obviously, if you look there, you can actually see that it does actually have. So it gives you a kind of clue as to what actually goes on with this being or entity type thing, whatever it is. But yeah, I really enjoyed it up until that point. But like I say, I'm looking forward to really checking up on that. Next up, we've got another Arrow edition, only two from HMV. So that's the Blu-rays plus the CD. Rawhead Rex. Now, I've never seen it. But but it does have a pretty big cult following, and I'm interested into what. I'm interested in watching this. Oh, it's from Clive Barker. Ah, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Um, yeah. So, looking forward to checking up on that. I like Clive Barker's stories. I do like Clive Barker's stories. Um, the likes of Hellraiser, and there was a couple more there up there as well. Just I'm not very good at remembering specifics. What else was there? Nightbreed. Nightbreed. Is that from Cabal? No, that's a different author. That I think. Anyway, I'm thinking of something else. I'm pretty sure there was a novel that I read a lot of years ago called Cabal, and I couldn't remember if that was a Clive Barker. I think that could have been Dean Koontz, quite possibly. But anyway, next up we have the movie. Yeah, we have the movie District 9. This is CEX by. Um, really like this movie. I think it's brilliant. Neil Blomkamp's first movie as a first feature-length movie as a director. Peter Jackson produced and stars Sharlto Copley in his first acting role. Now, Sharlto was actually a small-time movie producer at the time that this was being made, and he didn't have any acting experience at all. Um, and they asked him to come along and do this movie, to audition for this, and he absolutely knocked it out of the park. And that's one of the reasons why he got it, because of his involvement in the industry. But yes, really great film. If you haven't seen this, I seriously recommend you watch it. It's a very underrated one, if I really have to be honest. But yes, I do have the regular Blu-ray copy of this back at work, so I'll probably be trading that in for a voucher or something. I need to have a bit of a sort out of all of that stuff anyway. There's stuff there that I don't really want to keep anymore. But yes, that is a really good addition to the steelbooks. I'm surprised that was the only CEX buy. I'm surprised.
Quick! Somebody answer the door!
Notifications just come through, and I did not put my phone on mute. Typical. Anyway, excuse me. I don't know. Right, okay. Two more. Now, I had a brain fart in Workington today. I got out to CEX and I thought, right, I'm going to have a look and see if we've got a Poundland in Workington. So put it into Google. I thought I was actually going to have to go. I thought I was actually going to have to go through to Carlisle just to go to Poundland. I didn't really want to. I thought if no, I considered going through to Carlisle to have a look around the shops, but I thought I don't really want to because I've got things that I want to do because I'm trying to write up this review for Sonic before I put it through the editing suite. But anyway, so I thought I'll just Google it. And it came up and it was like I was like, oh, where's that? Where's that at? Went, oh, okay. So I goes. So I went. So I went. So I went. Went on my way. Got into the precincts where the I wouldn't say the new shopping district is. It's been there for the last 16 years. I think it is now 15, 16 years, something like that. And lo and behold, there is a Poundland there. It's been there for the last 8 years, maybe longer.
Dumbass. Dumbass.
I've walked past it God knows how many times.
Dumbass!
Anyway, moving on. So, what have I picked up from What did I pick up from Poundland? Right. Okay. Just two. I only got 2 titles from them. From there today. Wasn't really a great choice, to be honest with you. It was mostly repeat copies of Fame. I don't know why they had multiple copies of that movie. They literally had them lined up in one big lot. At one point when I was looking, I think there's about maybe 8, maybe 10 copies all stacked together. I was like, why? No, you're not gonna sell them. Surely not. Anyway, I've picked up Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. I actually heard a few good things about. I actually heard a few good things about this movie, to be honest with you. So I thought, why not? For the sake of it being £2, I thought it's worth picking up just to watch it. If it's shit, I'll just trade it in. I'll just trade it into CEX. But if you don't know Alan, if you don't know who Steve Coogan is, he's a comedian, or comedic actor. He's actually quite good. He's actually quite a good actor. He's popped up in a few other movies other than his Alan Partridge character. He's got other characters. He's kind of like. He's kind of like an Eddie Murphy, where he dons different people, dresses up in different things, and has all sorts of different personalities, that kind of thing. He's popped up in Night at the Museum. He was one of the little. He was one of the little guys that he was at war with. Owen, was it Owen Wilson? I think he was at war with. He was like really, they were bouncing between each other. I'm sure it was Owen Wilson, one of the little dudes. One of the little dudes. I shouldn't really be saying that, but you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I think, I'm just about to hit my 20-minute mark as well, so I'm almost finished anyway. So let's just get this through. So yeah, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. So looking forward to watching that. And next up we have a classic movie from 1960 something, 1965, and we have Dr. Zhivago. I have to be really honest here, guys. I have not seen this movie, but I do I do like my classic. I do like my classic movies nonetheless. So this is good. This is a movie that is going to get watched at some point. It might get watched before my week is out. So I'm looking forward to maybe doing a little review on this as and when. Okay, so those are my buys for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please hit that like button. Subscribe as well if you like. That would be absolutely great. And tell me what you thought, and let me know what your thoughts are on the titles that I've bought today. I'll go through them again for you. So we've got Dr. Zhivago, we've got Alan Partridge. I've just gone through those two. We've got District 9, Rawhead Rex, and Horror Express. So those are the movies that I've bought today. Like I say, if you want to leave your comments if you want to leave your thoughts in the comments below, let me know what you think of the DVD. Let me know what you think of the Blu-rays that I've bought. It'd be absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of you. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And like I say, subscribe as well. Become a part of the community if you'd like to. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. So I'm going to head off now, guys. So this is me, Trekflix, signing off.